This week, join me as we take a look at what the future has in store for Universal Studios Orlando Resort over the next 10 years. Up next. Hi there, Studio Stars. I'm Will, your host for Universal Newscast, a channel that breaks down all the news, rumours and developments happening over at Universal Studios. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell as well, so you can get all your updates as soon as they come out. And also, why not go and check out DSNY Newscast for all your Disney news. So, with all that being said, let's go and explore the future of Universal Studios Orlando Resort. This video will include some officially announced plans, but also a lot of speculation about where the resort could go in the future. We won't be able to cover everything, but let us know in the comments below if there's anything that you think we've missed. But to be able to look into Universal's future, let's start by taking a brief look into Universal's past. On the 7th of June 1990, Universal Studios Florida opened its gates in Orlando as a standalone park surrounded by competition from the world-famous Walt Disney World Resort. Even though its first day didn't run to plan, over the years Universal experienced great success and saw potential for an expansion to transform Universal Studios Florida from more than just a theme park and into a full-fledged resort to challenge their rivals Disney. So 9 years after the first park opened, it transformed into Universal Studios Orlando Resort, adding their second park, Islands of Adventure, an on-site hotel with Loews Portofino Bay Hotel, and even an entertainment hub in City Walk, all opening in 1999. Soon to follow, there were 2 more hotels to cope with the successful influx of guests, with the opening of Loews Royal Pacific Resort in June 2000 and the Hard Rock Hotel in January 2001. At this point, the Universal Resort was a very respectful adversary to Walt Disney World, and would create much competition for advancements in entertainment for years to come. So, with all this information from the past, we can see that roughly every 10 years, Universal Studios Orlando undergoes redevelopment and builds more onto its parks to keep it competitive, with large expansions happening from 1990 to 1999, and again adding Islands of Adventure's Wizarding World of Harry Potter's Hogsmeade in 2010, and Diagon Alley's expansion to Universal Studios Florida in 2014, these developments kept the park's image fresh and even saw the park's attendance rise by 36% in 1 year in 2010 alone, as a direct response to the building of this super immersive Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And finally, there's Universal's most recent build and top Orlando water park, Volcano Bay, boasting more slides and attractions than its rivals, with excellent theming, dining and technology to keep the park competitive for years to come. And with this, it's only natural that Universal now realises that Super Nintendo World has so much potential for Universal to continue to flex their muscles as an entertainment powerhouse contender to Walt Disney World. And with Kids Zone scheduled for demolition, freeing up another 10 acres of space, this could be the perfect opportunity for Universal to showcase their top-notch immersive theming. Now, in comparison to the Wizarding World's first instalment at Islands of Adventure, Hogsmeade takes up 20 acres, but most of this at the moment is occupied by the soon-to-be-demolished Dragon Challenge. So hopefully this will give you a good idea of what to expect from the size of the Super Nintendo World in Orlando. But back to Volcano Bay, as there's still 5 acres of land yet to be used, so we're sure that this will be put to good use as the park matures. Or would you Studio Stars rather see more fine dining and themed bars in that small area of the park? And whilst we're talking about water parks, it should be noted that Universal Orlando have shown very eager signs to push for more guest accommodation at the resort on the old Wet n Wild site. And with the steady growth of Universal hotels from 1999 to 2001, adding the first 3 hotels, we saw a break for many years. But fortunately, since 2014 and the opening of Cabana Bay Beach Resort, Sapphire Falls in 2016 and Aventura Hotel scheduled for the summer of 2018, we can see that Universal have got their foot firmly back on the pedal and looking to capitalise on the growing tourism market. And this is for 2 very good reasons, as they continue to push their parks forward and make them ever more competitive, as Universal will be aware of the huge developments going on across town. With the opening of Walt Disney World's Pandora, the World of Avatar, developments on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land, an Epcot revamp, and countless other expansions, Universal will hope to benefit from the increase of guests flocking to these attractions. So with this, Universal are building the 7th and 8th hotels on the old Wet n Wild site, adding a further 4,000 hotel rooms to the mix. And aimed towards the prime value market, we see this as a very clever accommodation grab from Universal. Another piece of land bought up a few years ago for the Universal Studios Orlando Resort is the Lockheed site, and this weighs in at a very impressive 474 acres, with the main site consisting of 340 acres and several smaller 15 to 20 acre sites nearby. It's very possible that this could be turned into a 3rd park in the next 10 years. based around new intellectual properties, or even taking advantage of the excellent catalogue of DreamWorks production movies, with several more themed hotels and a second City Walk entertainment facility to enhance the experience for Universal guests staying on site. It's also possible that Universal could go head to head with Disney with even a 24/7 complete immersive accommodation experience, taking on the Star Wars hotel concept with a themed Jurassic Park franchise hotel, or even a living and breathing magical Hogwarts hotel on the third park site. And this 474-acre development site would keep up with the 10-year expansion plan that many Universal fans do anticipate, and would allow for a natural evolution of the resort to keep up competitive growth. However, whilst the Lockheed site near the Orange County Convention Centre does solve many issues for Universal regarding resort expansion space, it also creates a separate issue as the 474-acre site is a good 10-minute drive from the rest of the resort, meaning it would be the first off-site theme park built at Universal Studios Orlando. From this, as well as the other off-site Wet n Wild hotel development, we can only assume that Universal must have some plans for a future transportation system upgrade to deal with this logistical nightmare. So the possibilities are a skyway lift to the park, similar to Disney's recently planned Skylift, but this is unlikely as it would mean travelling over roads over a long distance and could bring up health and safety issues, plus it wouldn't be very scenic. But a monorail system could be possible if Universal can get it passed by the City of Orlando, and this again could act as a type of ride similar to the Hogwarts Express, or possibly just a high-tech air-conditioned 10-minute experience, possibly sponsored by a tech giant such as Samsung to help pay for the costs, similar to the sponsorship deal proposed by Siemens for Disney's monorails. But only time will tell if this sort of planning could be feasible. Self-driving cars or mini coaches could also be a possible plan by the time a third theme park is built. As this technology is improving at a fascinating rate, these autonomous vehicles could run continuously, relieving traffic congestion, reducing staffing costs, and creating more energy efficient solutions that the City of Orlando may favour. And these are already being tested out in some locations. Universal may also try out a subsidised or free manned minicab service similar to Disney's minivans to shuttle guests around parks in electric vehicles, but this is more likely for hotel customers than park-to-park guests. And this leaves us with the only other option which is currently in force, the shuttle coaches, but these are costly throughout the years and aren't the most efficient or exciting of transport and technology. And whilst we're talking about technology, the Tapu Tapu smart bands over at Volcano Bay could be rolled out at other parks across Orlando. This would keep in line with the plans to transfer all rides to a virtual line system similar to the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, and the soon to open in 2018 Fast and Furious Supercharged. By adopting these new technologies, park operators would be able to anticipate crowd sizes and organise the theme park experience better and smoother for guests to enjoy their day out. The bands could potentially interact with hotspots at the Wizarding World, Jurassic Park, Seuss Landings, and Super Nintendo World, creating a more immersive and fun experience for all the family. Other perks to this tech-savvy smart band would be cashless purchases, mobile ordering of food and drink, ticket access and storing, smoother photo opportunities, locker and resort hotel room digital keys, and virtual queuing for all the other attractions. So there we have it. There's a lot to look forward to over at Universal Studios over the next 10 years. And those are only the foreseeable developments as well. And we can't wait to see Universal's next step along this exciting journey of progress. So the question I put to all you studio stars this week is, what most excites you about the future of Universal Studios Orlando? And what would you like to see built on the 474-acre site? Anyway, that's it for this week. Stay tuned to the end of the video for some shout outs to some of my favourite comments from the last video. As always, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell as well so you can get all your updates as soon as they come out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and share, as it really does help this channel grow. And with that, we'll see you next Wednesday for another Universal Newscast. So let us know in the comments below what sort of areas and topics you'd like for us to cover next week, as remember, where there's a will, there's a way.